Hi guys, George Glinski here from Toe the Line, joined today by Daniel Lerwell. Daniel, how you doing, my man?
How we going, George? Right, mate?
Yeah, very well, mate. Very well indeed. Obviously, Daniel, BKB 21, 3rd of July, Mason Shaw, the opponent, world title on the line. How does it feel?
Yeah, feels great, mate, to be back, to be honest. Waited a long time to fight again, so yeah, it's fantastic, mate.
Yeah,
Can't wait.
You've been out of the ring for, well, 18 months at this present moment, but by July, 20 months. Is ring rust a concern?
Yeah, not really, mate. I've been sparring, I've been still training and stuff. I did try to get matched on BK1, a lockdown 1 and lockdown 2, but nothing come of it. But yes, no, I'll be all right. Yeah. Born ready.
And Mason, obviously, a very credentialed fighter, been in the game for a long time. What do you make of him as an opponent?
Me and Mason are good mates. We were actually sparring partners and stuff. But look, for that 14 minutes, there's no mates in there for 14 minutes, do you know what I mean? After 40 minutes, great, back friends again. But he's a good opponent. He's a very underrated opponent. I think because he goes up and down the weight. He's a very good boxer. So it should make a good style of a fight, to be honest, yeah.
Yeah. Toughest test today, obviously, he's had a bit of a mixed bag in his record, as you said there, 3-3-1, which doesn't really represent his ability. But do you see him as one of your toughest challenges?
Probably, yeah. One of my tougher challenges, yeah. At this moment, I think just down to pure toughness, Nelda was the toughest challenge, to be honest with you. Yeah, he had a break with the ring breaking and stuff like that. It was a crazy fight. The ring broke for 6 minutes and had a bit of a break. But yeah, and my thumb was broke. But yeah, he was my toughest test so far, Nelda. He is a tough guy. He's a fucking bull, isn't he? So
for sure. So what can you expect from Mason? He is a fighter that is well-rounded. He has had his ups and downs in the sport, a little unpredictable, a little inconsistent at times. What can you expect from a guy like that?
Look, I know Mason when he's on form I don't think even if he went up, I know he's coming down to 88 this time, but even if he went back up to 90, I don't think as many people have beat him. I would have loved to seen him and CJ Mills in lockdown 2, to be honest, rather than going up to fight Dorian.
Yeah.
But I don't think that fight's ever going to happen, if I'm honest.
Yeah, the Dorian fight, obviously, as we speak there, Mason does go up and down weight, but at his natural weight, he really is one of the best guys, for sure.
At his natural weight, he is. I'd probably put 100% the top 5, 100%.
100%.
And he knows this himself. I told him this a number of times. Yeah. He's a great fighter, and to be honest with you, it's a bit sad we fight each other, but that's a fight game. I don't turn down fights. I fight anyone. If they're happy to fight, I'm happy to fight. And I was hoping for Holmes, because I know he's been calling me out a lot. And it don't bother me, because if I'm on the fighter's lips, obviously they think something of me as a fighter. So yeah, you know what I mean? It's just one of those things. And to be honest with you, I am absolutely chuffed we both got the opportunity to fight for a world title, me and Mason.
Definitely. Yeah, two guys that have been in there with the very best and deserve this opportunity. But I wonder, is there a bit of disappointment there that it's not Holmes?
Yeah, it is a bit of disappointment. But look, Holmes have beat Mason. If I could beat Mason, you know what I mean? It's one of them ones. And we both beat the. Yeah, I am got this on Holmes, because I really want that fight. And going forward, that's the fight I'll be looking for in the future. Before Mills, before anyone else, I want to fight Holmes.
What did you make of there was an interview yesterday, I understand you saw, between Eric Olsen and Anthony Holmes. It seems like both guys are really keen to fight you in a very respectful way, but those are two future opponents for sure.
Look, we're in the fight game. Everyone wants to fight each other, and I'm just glad people think that I'm good enough to fight them. Do you know what I mean? If people weren't calling me out, then I'd worry more about that than not getting called out. So, yeah, I think Eric's staying around 93 kilos. I think Holmes is 90, but he can come down to 88. You know what I mean? It's just one of those things. If I got to go up to fight Eric, if he wants to fight, I'll go up and fight him. That's no problem. But 93, I'm walking around 94 now, so it's a big push, 93. I know it don't sound a lot from 88 to 93 or 88 to 90, but when you walk around 94 and you're training hard, it's hard to keep that weight on.
For sure, for sure. And another man, again, you seem to be getting called out by everyone, which is brilliant for you. I mean, you're not going to be short of fights, but CJ Mills, again, the rematch.
I'm getting called out by everyone, but they couldn't match me in lockdown 2 or lockdown. So where were they?
That's a very valid point.
Fight me.
That's a very valid point, because obviously it has been really frustrating. You've had everyone call you out, but I don't want to say this, but do you think people are worried about fighting you? Is that the case, or do you think it's just?
We don't fight as I can't see them being worried about fighting me. I know. I think perhaps just things went on at the time that they couldn't fight. Whereas me, I've learned my lesson over age. I'm 34 now. When I was younger, I could just fucking train 2 weeks and fight. But now I'm taking over constantly. And you can probably see out with the weight I've lost and how much I've come on. So, experience is there with me now. Fighters want to fight, and that's the end of it. So, but yeah, I'd fight with one arm if I could. That Rob Boardman fight. Yes. I still want to fight. When I done my shoulder and I snapped my AC joint. And the only reason I had to tell Jason about my AC joint was because he could see me hitting the pads and I was physically in pain hitting the pads. He's like, what's the matter with you? And I told me to go to the hospital, I had it done. And I told him, I said, look, it'll be all right in 2 or 3 weeks. I'll be able to punch again. And he's like, no fucking chance. The world title fight with one arm. So, yeah. But yeah, everyone wants to fight me, but BK lockdown 1, lockdown 2, where were they, Joe? Where were they?
Very valid point. But as I say, CJ Mills, he has called for you multiple times. He wants that rematch. Does he deserve it at this point in his career?
If I'm telling the truth, no. Since he fought me, no disrespect to Robbie Drought, or I think it was Robbie Drought he fought, wasn't it?
Yeah.
He was 1.5 stone, 2 stone overweight. He didn't look as good as he looked against Trias. And I think that was just a walkover for CJ. I don't think that shouldn't, it shouldn't be, I'm not saying it shouldn't be matched because it was matched, but what I'm trying to say is it was a bit of an easy fight for CJ. I'd like to see CJ beat, perhaps Nelda, Mason. If I beat Mason or if Mason beats me, I still love to see that fight.
Yeah.
Because I think personally, Mason will do enough to win that fight.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting prediction. Okay. Yeah, I mean, that is the fight that I think a lot of fans want to see. It's been really frustrating that it hasn't happened yet. There is a bit of resistance from CJ's side, I see, after he lost to Dorian Dutch. But I don't know what you think, but I don't think you can take away too much from Mason in that fight. Dorian was the much bigger man.
But at the end of the day, right, Mason's a fighter. Purebred fighter. He can't get matched. He went up, 2 weights, 3 weights?
3, yeah.
And if you don't know Dorian's a big puncher and he's a big man.
Yes.
He's a unit of a man. He's been in there with the best in pro boxing. You don't see many other guys stepping up to fight a guy like that.
You don't.
You know what I mean? And people can say what they want. I know what's going to happen. People are going to say Mason don't deserve a title shot, this and that. But the guys you fought, why not? You know what I mean? He's been in with the best. He's won a few. He's lost a few, fairness, but he always fights. He's loyal to the game. He's a fighter. Whoever they match him up with, he's in there every single time.
So finally, before we go into sponsors and thanks, which we have down on a piece of paper, which is brilliant. I did pre-warn you. I'm really happy about that. A prediction for the fight. How do you see this going?
I'm going to knock him out. I'm always the same. I always go into knockout. I think it's going to be tough. I think, going on a prediction, it will probably be my toughest fight with Mason. As I know, something like this will probably boost him on even more. And it's great that we both get the opportunity for world title. It's not so great we fight each other because we do use each other for sparring, etc.
Yeah.
But look, it's a fight. A fight's a fight. It's a world title fight on the line. 88 kilo world title fight. Best man wins in a day, and that's the end of it.
So sponsors and thanks. Who have we got to thank?
Wait a minute. Right. I'd like to thank all my sponsors. Fighting for Autism, obviously, I'd love to thank them. They raise awareness with me, and that is my main goal, George, to raise awareness and acceptance for autism, as you know yourself. And this title fight is going to bring that up more again. And well, hopefully it'll be a good fight, and I'll get more views and more awareness out there. But yeah, sponsor-wise, I'd like to thank Smiles Photos, Boxer Tricks, Gavin Griffiths, My Body, My Coach, all helping me out great. Kilmer Bullies, Go Cabs, Bradnam Bullies, GMS Limited, Scrapyard, SP Motors, Truck and Plant Assists, Pop-Up Tents, Arbor Roof in France. By the way, I think I'm the only fighter that got a sponsor in France.
Yeah, that's very impressive.
White Springs Fishery, Hemp Heroes, Easy Ride, Mason Brothers, Walshy's Inc., City Calf, Bombshell Bullies, MR Jones UPVC Windows, Mr. Bins, Johnny Blades Barbers, which, boys, you're not doing the job because
fresh trim.
there, and I need a fresh trim. R&L Carpentry, Bomb King Gyms, Premier Windows, Thai Taste, Dale Martin Horse Breeders. The pool bugger's in prison a minute, so
bless him.
I'm still shouting his name out the hit. Yeah, I think that's everyone, mate. Stephen Thomas, Kimler Bullies. I think I mentioned him. Anyone I forgot, I'm sorry. I wrote you all down. I promise you, I wrote you all down. So I'll just put that up to the screen.
There we go.
I confuse myself because I'm blonde. But yeah, thank you to all my sponsors for waiting so long. I mean, some of them got in touch with me and helped me out again. The rest of you can do that if you want. It's been such a long time. But if you can't, it's no problem. You still be on my, all the deals I made with them, they still go through. I just can't wait to get back in there, George. On fight.
And we can't wait to have you back, Dan. BKB 21, big fight, big night. See you soon, man.
Thank you, George. Ta-ra, buddy.